Mm. What's up, y'all? All right. Let me know if you're here. This is going to be quantum energy healing live 20-minute sessions. Waiting for Mary. She's going to be first. Liz, is that you in here? Hi. All right, so I'm just gonna start talking about this because I can't tell who's here or not. Write in the comments if you're here. So these are gonna be quantum energy healing sessions. I feel like I shouldn't call it healing because you're already whole. You are already whole. Like that's what channels through, and it's quantum energy resistance removal. Bliss, hi. Yeah, you do have the little wrench next to your name and the number 1. Oh, and Mary Magdalena, right? I don't know. I'm not saying it right, but the little picture. Okay, Mary, are you here? Because then we can get started. Let me know. Maybe I just will get started, and whenever she joins in. All right, so Mary wanted a general healing. Okay, yay. Hi guys, I'm doing quantum energy healings. I was just saying I don't want to call it healings anymore because we're already whole. The sacred divine spark of you is already complete, already whole. So it's quantum energy resistance removal, neutralization. And what was coming to me to share about this is the awareness of where the resistance is, where the energy is stuck, is what shifts and releases the energy, because there's so much power in just giving the awareness to where the pattern is stuck. And in healing work, when we have awareness of any pattern, it's up to us to then be brave enough to shift out of that pattern, right? It is a continual habit to return to these resistances, but it takes bravery to do it differently. So, okay, Mary, if you're here, let me know. For anybody else that would like to receive a quantum energy resistance removal session, it is $44, which is a reduced price for my full rate, and these are 20 minutes. So, Bliss in the comments. Mary is present. Thank you. Hi. She will talk to her if you want a healing, because I'm going to go in, like it's a channeled resistance removal. And wow, 27 of you. Hi. Okay, so this is quantum energy resistance removal. How it works, I call in my highest self, who I'm working with, your highest self, divine teams, divine support, assistance, and I will check and see where energy is stuck, where there's resistance holding pattern, and then release that energy. A lot of my clients, people I work with, feel the energetic shifts. Is powerful work. So, okay, calling in my highest self, I also want to set a strong energetic force field of protection. Only those of the highest divine will, light, are allowed in this energetic healing space. Calling in my highest self, my divine team, Mary's highest self, Mary's divine team. Thank you for leading, guiding, and showing what needs to be released, brought to neutral for transformation, easily, effortlessly, powerfully. And I heard coming home to your authentic self. Okay? Okay, so for Mary, astral levels 1 through 8. Okay, astral levels 1 through 8 feel heavy. It's other people's energy. Other people's energy hooking into you. I'm hearing expectations, judgments. Okay, and when this is happening, the quantum field is reflecting the inside. So there is a part of you that is judging and holding expectations that are unrealistic for yourself or not in alignment with your authentic self. So we want to release these expectations, judgments from other people in your life. I see them like cords. We're cutting the cords, dissolving, transmuting, illuminating Christ-like consciousness. And now we want to go to where you're holding these judgments against yourself. Cellular memories. I get it in cellular memories. Did these start in the womb? Okay, started in the womb with your mother, father. I get your mother had this patterning and you absorbed that. Like our energetic system as a baby is just, that is the main source. And so you took that on like a programming of your system and the beliefs in your cells, your all levels. So we want to clear, illuminate all distortion here of judging self, unrealistic expectations of self, this denial of self, abandoning of self. Illuminating Christ-like consciousness, transmuting with the violet flame on all levels. Application of corrections to past timelines, parallel, future, all spaces in between. Application of corrections to mother and the mother's lineage. Any similarities on the father's lineage as well. Okay, so astral levels 1 through 8. God, self, other. A little bit on other in the heart. Okay, I just heard you've like trained yourself to be comfortable around these toxic people. So we want to bring Christ-like consciousness, awareness, illumination to this patterning within self, patterning all levels of self, mental, emotional, psychological, psychic, spiritual, physical, patterning in the nervous system, fight, flight, freeze, abandonment of self. And then we want to use like access discernment, clarity of these relationships, seeing them clearly for what they are. We're hearing you are a bright light, and these people want to like siphon off your energy and take that from you. Bye. You are so much more powerful than you understand. And this is true for everybody here. We really are. Where your attention goes, your energy flows. So when you are giving these people your attention, it's like a drain of your energy. So recalling your power by recalling your attention and loving yourself, acknowledging and validating yourself, calls your power back in every now moment. They don't deserve your energy. And this is also an awareness that the quantum field is just reflecting your experience you're holding within, the beliefs you're holding within. So this self-abandonment, not valuable, not worthy, these people are going to reflect that. So we really want to call forward the soul contract agreement of this patterning in your lifetime, this lifetime, all lifetimes on all levels. We want to dissolve the soul contract agreement, delete, burn, transmute with the violet flame, cut the cords. Okay, astral levels 1 through 8. All right, there's a little bit on self. What is this? Emotional. Okay, so you're very psychically perceptive and you take on the emotions of everything around you. But it's like this survival mechanism, right, of that self-abandonment, like seeing where other people are emotionally to then adjust how you're behaving to make sure they're okay. We want to release this patterning and then the emotional psychic energy coming in and then out, the system releasing easily and effortlessly. So it's not getting stuck in the system and overwhelming your system. A practice that I encourage also is to ask your superconscious self, show me my yes, and then see what that yes feels like in your body, and then show me my no. See what that no feels like in your body. It's going to feel like a little bit different for all of us. We're not all the same, but for example, mine feels like an expansive heart shining when it's a yes, and when it's a no, it feels like a contraction or like a sinking feeling. And so why I'm saying this is when you are overcome with emotions or an energy and it feels out of the blue, out of nowhere, you can ask, show me my yes, show me my no, and then ask, is this energy mine? Because if it's not yours, you can release that. I release this. Take a deep breath with the intention of releasing it. Okay. Astral levels 1 through 8. Okay, it's feeling better. Chakras 1 through 8. Chakras feel heavy. I'm going to try to just clear quickly. Alignment of chakras. Illumination of all distortions. Transmuting with the violet flame. All right, there's an ache in the heart space. What is this? God, self, other, other. Mary, I forget here who your if you have partners. Mary, let me know who like the people are in your life, because that's easier for me to just twin soul. Okay, thank you. So for Mary, this twin soul. Okay, yeah, that is the resistance. You don't have to answer. Are you in separation, relationship? Okay, there's resistance on both. So there's like maybe a fear of that, a anxiety. Okay, this twin soul, current lifetime energies, past lifetime, parallel, future. So there's this hook on all lifetimes in the quantum. Like this is a very, what's the word? Powerful connection. But I feel this like, so the sensations I feel when I'm working with a client are present in this, and I feel this fight, flight, freeze right now, like the freeze response. And it's like, oh, really heavy in the heart. Okay, so I want to clear this fight, flight, freeze response. It's anchored in a past lifetime. Can we get a vision of what is going on here? Okay. It feels like incredible density that my whole body is moving through, and like the connection was taken away violently. I just heard unjustly, unfairly, from someone that was jealous of your connection, and murder. I just heard. Was this murder of you or them? You. Murder of you. Okay. So when this type of energy is being highlighted, that means that is being activated in this current lifetime. And there's this awareness from the superconscious self in this session to allow it to be released so that there can be neutrality around this issue, and that energetic time loop is not happening in the now. So we want to call forward this soul contract agreement of this past life of despair, deception, this connection being taken away, violently murdered. We want to forgive, forget, release. Cutting the cords, transmuting with the violet flame, illuminating all distortion, karmic aspects. I owe you, you owe me. Soul contract agreement, vows. Marriage. Okay. We want to encourage the soul, the soul self, all parts of self within the soul that are like holding on to this past lifetime. It's just so painful. We want to encourage them to become the detached observer, release this trauma spiritually from the field. Forgive, forget, release. On all levels, releasing. Calling all fractured parts of the self back. All right, the top of my head is tingling, meaning there's just more energy coming in now. That like freeze response is gone. So checking on that energy in this now moment. Is this past life still connected in this now moment? So we just want to clear any and all distortion on all levels from this past lifetime. I'm hearing entities, so when there is like a trauma like that and a murder and as tragic and incredible amounts of despair, entities can come in and anchor those feelings in the now. And this also is a soul contract agreement. So we want to just acknowledge, call forward all soul contract agreements with all entities anchoring in this despair, victim being hunted, taken advantage of, murdered, killed. Like your love was so sacred, so beautiful that people were jealous, despised it, wanted it for their own, but they couldn't just have it for their own because it was you two coming together, your unique blueprinting energies together. So the entities that are anchoring in these energies, we want to dissolve soul contracts, burn, cut the cords, commanding you to leave with Christ-like consciousness, transmuting with the violet flame. Anchoring in sovereignty, authority, integrity. I'm hearing you are not a victim. This energy, this past lifetime was absolutely a victim lifetime. I don't want to deny that. This is just a different lifetime for you to transmute that energy in the now and call in and stand in your power. And I find this is a theme for all of us at this now moment in time, right? Everything is happening all at once. There is no time, and there is time. So this moment of our reality in the quantum is us fully embodying our power, our authority in a way that is revolutionary, is what I just heard. Magic, the quantum field literally bends to your will with this, and it feels like magic, but it's really you just commanding your energy, your attention, your presence on your God source self within, and then the God source self in the external quantum field reflects that back to you. Okay, the heart space is feeling a lot lighter. Mary, how are you feeling? Good. Okay. Let's see, what else? There's still something in the heart. So, God, self, other. Okay, twin soul, their energy hooking into yours, and your energy them. It's a little bit on both ways, but it's more so them to you. Okay, so I want to do an application of corrections to them. Will you just let me know if that's okay, Mary? Because you would know best if that is in service or if we should just let them be. I can just at least right now release these hooks, attachments, cutting the cord. We don't want enmeshment, right? Okay, so application of corrections to the twin soul. Any enmeshment patterns, release, forgive, forget. Okay, a lot shifting there. Enmeshment patterns on all levels, all timelines, illuminating with Christ-like consciousness, transmuting with the violet flame. All spaces in between on the ancestral line of the mother and the father. Okay. This twin soul, Mary, enmeshment. I just feel like sadness, despair coming up in the heart space, cleansing, clearing, releasing, forgiveness of self, forgiveness of others. All of our experiences up to now are just have made us who we are, and we want to release any hatred, self-hatred, that, you know, that's just like drinking poison. So we just want to release, forgive, forget. I don't know, I just heard to do some like somatic shaking. So yeah. If you are familiar with that, it's just like literally shaking, standing up and shaking everything out. So on a cellular level, your body will feel like it's buzzing. So just to really allow and support this release further in your physical body. Okay. I want to also check, we're almost at 20 minutes. I don't know exactly when I started. So Liz, let me know if you checked when I started. So chakras 1 through 8. A little bit on the throat chakra, speaking your truth. Any resistance, any distortions here? I heard blasting with the violet flame. Oh, I feel like I'm gonna cry. Okay, so like a deep fear of speaking your truth. Oh, ooh, a lot of emotions coming up from the sacral chakra also with this. So I don't know. I just heard, baby girl, it's okay. You know, like if people don't accept you, my nervous system is going into like fight, flight, like that panic. If people don't accept you, they're not for you, and that's okay. And I know it feels terrifying to accept that, but really it comes from a place of not accepting ourselves deeply. So this core wounding of not accepting self, release, illuminate with Christ-like consciousness, dissolve, transmute with the violet flame, speaking your truth, removing all distortions, black magic, hexes, curses, spells, any and all distortions on all levels, mental, emotional, psychological, psychic, spiritual, physical, on all quantum timelines, all spaces in between, any interference, distortions on the ancestral line of the mother and the father. feel a little bit on the third eye, so. Okay, what I'm hearing, this is like a pattern too with us light workers. Like if you're here, you're most likely a light worker. We emit a energetic frequency, and this isn't to like bring in fear, it's just awareness. Like in this quantum field, there are energies that want to attack that, and it's just part of this human game that we signed up for. So to really take the charge out of it of fear, but just to be aware of like, you are embodied in this light frequency, and there are energies that want to squash that. And so we want to remove these distortions from the third eye and crown chakra. Curses, hexes, black magic, spells, rituals done against you or the majority of this oversoul group. Release, forgive, forget, cutting the cord, dissolving soul contracts with these energies, commanding you to leave, burning soul contracts, illuminating with Christ-like consciousness, transmuting with the violet flame. Bringing clarity, golden light spirals into these spaces, every cell of the body, bringing in authority, inner knowing, power, integrity. My eyes got all watery for that part. How are you doing, Mary? Just about fed up with being a light worker. I feel that. That made me laugh. Mel is up next. Thank you. Okay. You made me laugh, Mel. I love that. You're fine. Okay, let's do a quick little clearing of, oh my God, brain farting. Your detox protocol. Detox protocol, chemicals, neurotoxins, pesticides, insecticides, herbicides, petroleum. Any toxins? We want these toxins, any and all detox protocol energies to go in and out of the body. Like, we're not going to stop them from coming in, right? But it's the body's ability to easily and effortlessly release. Lymphatic system releasing easily and effortlessly. Detoxification system without the whole physical body, as well as your meridians in alignment and flow. Okay. All right, Mary. I think that is complete for you. Mary, how are you feeling? Energetically checking in? There's still a little bit of rawness in the heart here, so we want to ask that these corrections be anchored in light. 100% acceptance, 0 rejection. Integration. Self-love, I'm hearing choosing yourself, devoting to yourself. I'm hearing to tell you too, Mary, ask your highest self to show you the next steps, show you the way. You know, in every now moment we have access to that. So really being like intentional and calling in that power, because a lot of times in sessions, all of us I see have like outsourced our intuition and our power to like a God source, and that's outside of us, but really it's within. So in every now moment, coming back to your power and claiming it and seeing what arises in each moment for that guidance. Okay, thank you so much. Love you. I hope you're well. Send me an email if you have any questions or anything comes up that feels out of alignment with what we worked on today, okay? Thanks, Mary. Okay, Mel. Mel is next. Thank you, Liz. Okay, Mel, I'm like going back. What? Okay, Mel, I have an entity attachment I've been trying to release for 2 years. Past life contract of some sort, need help. Okay. Mel, entity attachment. I just like to take notes so I can stay on point. I thought for 4 years I was dealing with a twin flame. It was an entity. Okay. Several people tried, no avail, still hopeful. Okay. Poses as Jesus, archangels, my primary spirit guide. Okay. Been 6 traumatic long years. Okay. All right, Mel. I have one client currently. Okay, here, just to give you my history, awakened in 2019 by connection with a man thought was my twin flame. Had what I thought was telepathy with him for 6 years. At 4-year mark, found out it was a false. Okay. Light entity cannot get rid of the contact with it. Okay, so I trust that it's coming up in this now moment because we're gonna move it and release. First of all, I want to disconnect from Mary. I want to connect in with Mel, your highest self, your divine team. Thank you for leading, guiding, and showing what needs to be released, cleared, and brought to neutral easily, effortlessly, and very powerfully. Okay. All right, Mel. So, do you want to share this person's name, or do you want me to I can just also say false twin. You can do that. Light entity cannot get rid of the contract with it. Do you mean like a spirit guide, or do you mean like an entity that you don't, like it's dark? Because you said light, I'm confused. Okay, anyways, here we go. Haven't had contact with the man since 2020. Okay, so I'm just gonna call him false twin. All right. So Mel, astral levels 1 through 8, those feel really heavy. This is just the general protocol I do for anyone that I work with. So we want God, self, other. It's heavy on all levels, psychic energy. Yeah, so it's like you take in a lot of psychic energy and your system is just, it's like so heavy and dense, it's full. We want that energy to be cleared, released, that psychic energy of others in, out. I always say it's like flowing water. You know, we don't want it getting stuck and muddied. Astral levels 1 through 8. Okay, it's feeling lighter. I feel a lot of density in the heart. Chakras 1 through 8. Okay, let's just do a quick alignment of all chakras, illuminating all distortion here with Christ-like consciousness on all levels: mental, emotional, psychological, psychic, spiritual, physical, and all chakras. Transmuting distortions with the violet flame. Okay, this chakras 1 through 8. I shifted it a little bit, but they're still like really heavy energy in the heart. Is this connected to this false twin? Is this connected to this entity attachment? So it's both. Are the entity attachment and the false twin connected? Yes. Feels really heavy. Is this past life energy? Yes. Parallel lifetimes? Future. Okay. I get a resistance on all of those, meaning that you just like, you have soul contract experiences with these two energies. Okay. What I'm seeing, what I'm hearing is to share with you is soul contract agreements like this. When you are angry at them, it's just giving your power away. So I know it sounds so cheesy, but like really coming into a place of like, okay, I signed up for this experience on all timelines, all levels, to bring me back into my power in this now moment. So the anger at them is like leaking the energy out of you. It's like giving your power away. So calling that energy back, your attention, your energy back to you in this now moment, and thanking them for their service. Like you really did sign up soul contract agreement to experience these energies. I just heard that's fucking annoying. I know. I get it. I'm sorry if that's what you're saying. But now we're gonna ask your superconscious self to come in. Are we ready? Are you ready, your superconscious self, to release these soul contracts with this false twin and this entity attachment? When I ask that, I get a lightness in the body, so that's a yes. So calling forward all soul contract agreements, all distortions because of these soul contracts, vows, with this entity and this false twin. We want to illuminate with Christ-like consciousness, dissolve, burn, cutting the cords, and calling, commanding all parts of self back into your now self, because all we have is now, right? All fractured energy back into this now moment, integrating into you. I saw like, a little puzzle pieces and like golden light, like fusing. Oh, and my heart rate is increasing. So like physical energy is shifting because of this as well. Okay. Emotions, sadness coming up. Release, forgive, forget. All right, I'm hearing to go to the cellular memories of this, all experiences with this false twin. Okay. Betrayal, manipulation, and abandoning of yourself. So any divine connection is never going to make you abandon yourself. So the like frustration of this connection, oh wow, like a big stabbing part in the back of the heart, it was that like you felt so abandoned and manipulated by this entity and this false twin, but the initial abandonment was you abandoning yourself. And so we want to forgive, forget, forgiveness of self, and forgetting this energy in a way of becoming the detached observer. You don't want to hold on to that because that creates this energetic time loop in this now moment, causing that energy to repeat. Removing all distortion in the cellular memories from this entity and this false twin on the mental, emotional, psychological, psychic, spiritual, and physical levels, illuminating with Christ-like consciousness, transmuting with the violet flame. Application of corrections to all timelines, all spaces in between, any and all connections on the ancestral line of the mother and the father. I'm hearing the distorted light matrix interfering with this as well. Cutting those cords, release. All right, for Mel, this false twin, this entity attachment. So the entity, I have neutrality with the false twin a lot more, but the entity attachment's still here. So what is this? Has it been with you for lifetimes? Yes. I just heard anchoring in despair in your heart, hopelessness, victim consciousness, curses, hexes, black magic spells, rituals, ritual abuse, dark cults. And again, it's like this stuff is weird, but it is what it is. Like there's these dark energies that have the ability to see these bright lights, which is you, and like suppress and control in the quantum levels and different timelines. And this is a timeline of you breaking free of that. So are there more than one entity? I get a yes. So it's not just one entity, but that's why it feels so big. Do we need to know how many entities? Okay. More than 100, more than 200, more than 300, 400, 500, 600. Okay, 550, 60, 70, 80, 571, 2, 3, 4. 573 entities anchoring in this despair, victim. I'm not good enough. I'm a victim. Yeah, that energy of like really just taking you out of your power. We want to call forward all soul contract agreements with these entities. Dissolve, burn, cut the cord. Illuminate all distortions with Christ-like consciousness, distortions that have been absorbed and accepted as truth in the system on all levels: mental, emotional, psychological, psychic, spiritual, physical. On application of corrections to all timelines, all spaces in between, all ancestral connections as well, mother, father, lineage. Releasing distortion, manipulation from these outside distorted light matrix groups. I know this is wacky, but I'm here to do it. Like, we're going to thank these entities for their service. This is a soul contract agreement, so taking the charge of anger out of it and just acknowledging that this is part of your journey, your path, and really looking at it with neutrality. It's like I see these entities a lot of times as like dark little bugs. So if you think about parasites like overrunning your system, it's like we're removing these, blasting them with Christ-like consciousness, transmuting with the violet flame. The violet flame running through your entire system on all levels, clearing, neutralizing any and all distortion. Okay. Mel, these entity attachments, false twin. Okay, entity attachments feel a lot lighter on my end. False twin has like a little bit of a wavering in the heart. So quantum memories in the heart of this time loop of manipulation, abuse. Cleanse, clear, release. Forgive, forget. Any elements that are hidden, locked up, buried, covered up, frozen in the self, we want to release, melt, release, neutralize, transmute, illuminate. Okay. Hi, Mel. I just want to check in. Haven't had contact with man. False light poses as my guide and tries to control my romantic relationships. Yes, that makes sense. Part of this energy work and why you're here right now, what I'm hearing is you get to command that these energies leave you alone. We are far more powerful. Like the manipulation in this reality that we are waking up to is we are told we're weak, we're told we're victims. It's such a programming on all levels. But you do that day and night. Okay, didn't help. All right, well, when we needed this energy. Do you call? All right, let's check. Are there any other, so these entity attachments for Mel? All right. Curses, black magic, hexes, spells, distorting your power, your abilities. Yeah, yes on that. Heavy resistance. So I want to call in, I get pain in the neck also. Calling in Mel's superconscious self, divine support, Jesus. Hearing Merlin. Merlin's been coming through. Mary Magdalene, Mother Mary. Okay. We see all of these curses, black magic, hexes, spells, rituals done against Mel on any and all timelines, all spaces in between, and ancestral levels, mother and father lineage. Please tag, clear, delete, release, illuminate with Christ-like consciousness, transmuting with the violet flame. Calling all fractured parts of the self back from this distortion so that Mel is now embodied in her power. It's her divine right. Be centered, grounded. Okay, Mel, these hexes, black magic, curses, spells, rituals done against your perception of self. There's still a little bit there. I'm feeling it as like a binding and a piercing of the heart space. So we want to illuminate, dissolve, command this release, commanding sovereignty. These energies have no right, and you commanding your ability to see that you on a soul level have ability to banish, but it's a acceptance on a soul level, a learning and a reprogramming. I see it as like density, black smoke, sludge leaving the system. Like these distortions have been so deep that it has taken away your power, but the true manipulation is you don't believe in your power, and that's from these outside sources, these entities. So illuminating this, I hear it on a DNA level, cellular level, distortion of not believing in yourself, not acknowledging your power, and like it feels like a hollow vacancy in the heart of really cutting yourself, cutting you off from that. Blasting that with the violet flame, illuminating with Christ-like consciousness. Filling the space with empowerment, love, acceptance, knowing, deep inner knowing, awakening of this deep inner knowing. Okay, hexes, black magic, curses, spells, rituals. Cutting cords, dissolving, contracts, burning, releasing, commanding you to leave. Okay, any spirit guides that are of the dark, commanding you to leave, showing your true self. Calling in beings aligned with the highest divine will of Mel and all parties involved to lead, guide, and support with Mel's permission. Any false energies are now illuminated, and Mel, your discernment is clear and sharp like the sharpest blade. I have the sharp stabbing in the head. And I heard fuck off, so like they don't want to leave, but fuck off. Just kidding. We love you. Bye. Okay, frequency distortion, frequency devices. From the distorted light matrix, we're dissolving, illuminating, transmuting with the violet flame. Okay, Mel, how are you doing? I don't think I currently have any benevolent guides. Well, I just heard that's simply not true. Like, they are there, but like where this belief is so anchored in, we want to really illuminate this belief that there's, okay, I'm hearing God. So this distortion of God, like God has abandoned you. We want to forgive that rage, anger at God, which is like in this quantum field, you are God within, and God is externalized without. So when you're angry at God, you're angry at yourself too. So forgiveness, release, forgive, forget, transmuting with the violet flame, illuminating with Christ-like consciousness. Okay, I just saw jinn demons. Eyes are watering. Okay, Mel, thank you. Thank you, Xavier, for saying jinn demons, because jinn demons. Yeah, there's just a little bit there. There's still, I see like thrashing dogs. That's the image I'm getting. Like they don't want to release because you are a light source. You're an energy source for these beings. And bye-bye, too bad you don't get to be here anymore. They're trying to like anchor back in, but we are illuminating these energies with Christ-like consciousness on all levels of self. On the mental, emotional, psychological, psychic, spiritual, physical levels of this timeline, past timelines, parallel timelines, future timelines, all spaces in between, all levels of the ancestral line of the mother and the father. I hear soul contracts with the ancestral line of the mother and the father. Burning, releasing, cutting the cords. That's this like manipulation of the DNA where they're getting in. I owe you, you owe me, karmic debt. Forgive, forget, release, burn. I'm seeing these thrashing dogs transform into little like sweet puppies. So this energy is shifting within and it's shifting without. It's like you are embodying like what wants to come in now and is going to be a constant play Rukia, please, to get rid of any jinn demons. Okay. I also like, they don't like this sound, so let's just do this for cleansing, clearing in this now moment in time, any distorted light frequency, energies, jinns, demons that are in the field. It's time to go and move along. Thank you for your service, and goodbye. Okay, so, damn, I forget what I was saying before. I'm sorry. If you guys remember, you can let me know. All right, Mel, coming up on time. Thank you for telling me, Liz. I love that you're here, Liz. Liz is my moderator, my best friend. Okay, so Mel, Jinn, demon, entity attachments. Okay, we want to clear any and all distortions on a personal level. Like those energies are gone, but on a personal level that have distorted mental, emotional, psychological, psychic, spiritual, physical levels. Illuminating Christ-like consciousness, dissolving, transmuting with the violet flame. I'm getting perceptions in the mind and the conscious, subconscious, subterranean. I'm seeing them disintegrate, releasing, releasing. I'm hearing to tell you a really powerful practice of just sitting with your water and, like, after this, speaking to the water, because, like, in a quantum way, water has consciousness, and then that consciousness that you are encoding the water with your power, your energy, you're then ingesting it. So really claiming your authority, your light, the God source energy that is within you, that is you, then asking that you are leaded and guided in alignment with the highest divine God source, you, and showing you the next actionable step. Like, you don't have to ask for different, since you've had such manipulation with these energies posing as your spirit guides, just talk to your highest self. Because in this quantum reality, all of this is you, right? I'm a reflection of you. You're a reflection of me. I know it gets a little bit like meta and like brain breaking, but really embodying that the highest divine God source, your highest divine self, is a fractal of God and you. And is there a block on your higher self right now? Okay, blocking higher self. We want this spiritual energy to flow easily, effortlessly, removing any and all blocks here. Okay, it's feeling lighter. I did feel a block, but it's feeling lighter. We want to strengthen all corrections that have been made to see it, believe it, trust it. Asking God source, Mel's superconscious self, to strengthen, solidify, anchor in these corrections. Okay. You're so welcome. Please, my email is hello@joditeresa.com. You can find it in the bio on my YouTube. And just let me know how you're doing in the next few days, because we just shifted a lot of energy. And if you want to do another one of these, I'm going to be doing this every Thursday at noon, 12 p.m. Mountain Time. Okay. So Mel, I just want to check real quick. I know we're at time. Detox protocol. Lymphatic system releasing all toxins, chemicals, herbicides, pesticides, insecticides, all detox protocol, energies in, out, releasing easily, effortlessly, alignment of meridians. Okay, your system's feeling a lot better. Thank you. Okay. Hi guys. My daughter has a doctor's appointment at 2, so I have to get going shortly. But was anybody else wanting to get one, Liz? I know. Thank you so much for being in charge of the chat. Yes, feeling that stabbing. Okay, thank you, Mel, for telling me. Jodi coming up on time. Play Arukia. But I noted we are approaching time. I'll consider it was a gift that I happened to stumble upon this just as Jodi was live. A prompted life. Hi. I have insomnia. Nobody has purchased that I can tell. Okay. Sure, you'd like some help, Xavier. Okay. What? It's $44. Sorry if it's purchase only. It is, hi, a prompted life. Wait, who was asking the questions? A prompted life. I need to go back. I felt listening, being here, powerful and resonant. I have a former workplace and individuals there I've had a difficult time letting go of, perhaps accepting the outcome that it never changed. So you guys, whoever's here, hi all y'all. I was in a place of where on my spiritual path, like doing all of these different healings and practices and meditations, and I was so annoyed. I was like, why is nothing working? And then I was guided to my teacher who I got a session with, and I could feel the energy shifting in the session, and I was like, what are you doing? And I saw the results of it in the next 3 months after, and it's been really life-changing. And my teacher started teaching me and took me on as an apprentice, and it's adapted and changed a little bit to me from my spirit guides, my team, my higher self. And so anyways, what I'm trying to say, if you guys have very strong resistance or like patterning of things that happen in your life, I find this a really powerful way of releasing without it having to be like difficult. And I'm really grateful for that, because I feel like healing doesn't have to be hard. Is it safe for me to return to tarot pendulum work now, or will they come back and hijack the energy again? Let me just ask Mel, is it safe for Mel to return to tarot pendulum work? I get a yes. And I like you, what I'm hearing is to like claim, embody, and empower yourself in that. When I do that too, I have my pendulum right here. I ask my pendulum, okay, is my name Jodi? So up and down is a yes. All right, are you a spirit of the light working with me? Yes. And you can demand truth, because we've illuminated all this distortion and removed it, illuminating that and trusting what's coming through. Okay. Healing doesn't have to be hard. Thanks, guys. It's so true. I think that is also part of the distortion. Like, you know, I just saw this lady post a video earlier, and she had to be in her 70s, and she looked like so youthful and radiant. And it is such a manipulation to be like, you need to work at it. It's like, actually, we're just illuminating distortions and releasing them. And then what's underneath is this golden illumination of you. And there's been a lot of layers of distortion put on us, and we just need to remove them. And you get to access the authentic you in every now moment. All right, you guys. If anyone else would like a quantum energy resistance removal session right now, let me know. I used to call it healing, and I'm like, no, it's not a healing. Blissful blessings from my heart to your heart and to all who's here. Yay, thank you, Anna. I am going to be doing a group quantum energy healing session, which have been really powerful. So it's similar to this, but connecting into the group energy. And that's going to be this coming Sunday, October 12th at 12 p.m. Mountain Time. It works to watch the replay and receive the healing as well. So if you feel called, it's $33 to join there. It's an hour and a half long, and the first hour is the healing, and then the last half hour is a channeled guided meditation from Mary Magdalene and the Ascended Masters that I work with. I don't think you stepped on anyone's time, love. Prompted life. And Xavier, what did you say? Back hopefully next week, going through a lot. I'll be fine. Okay, Xavier, I hope, things align for you. Something that I love to say is everything's always working out for me. Everything's always working out for my highest and best interest. Because when we know that it is reflected to us, even if it seems like there's a tower moment and things are crumbling in our life, it's releasing and removing what no longer serves us so we can be in alignment with what does. Okay. Mel, I want to disconnect from your energy. Okay. Mel, I think I said it to Mary. Mel, also send me an email if I'm repeating myself. Sorry. Okay, guys, since nobody else is gonna sign up, we're gonna call it there. Last call. Asking what causes the eye watering during clearing. That is alchemy. That is energy moving. In sessions, I feel everything in my body. And when I have those emotions that come up and are being released, it's just alchemy is moving of energy. So when we're sitting with and moving that energy, it's transforming, transmuting what is held in the body. So it was just showing you that energy was shifting and being released and your power coming back to you. Yay. Okay. Yeah. See you guys next time. Love ya. Stay weird. Me and Liz are doing a podcast. It's called The Chit Chat. We haven't released it yet, but you guys should check that out. It's basically us talking. I knew there was an important about everything. Esoteric, psychological, spiritual, timeline jumping, quantum shifting, all the things. I knew there was an important reason I was drawn. Past life regression work. Yeah, need more clients. Yeah, dude, you can do it. You can do anything. You seriously can. Something I love to say or acknowledge is that if it's possible for somebody else, it's possible for you. That is in alignment with you, right? Like if you have a desire to do that, that desire exists within you because you're meant to do it. So go see other people that are doing it and doing it well, and trust that you can align to that quantum reality in this now moment in time, taking the aligned, actionable steps to have that reality. Okay. Love you guys. Thank you so much. I'll see you next time. Bye.